President Ibrahim Traore, leaders of Burkina Faso, friends of Africa, ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today with deep respect. I stand here because the world needs clarity. It needs honesty. It needs truth. There has been too much confusion, too much manipulation, too much of the old game of politics played at the expense of nations that want freedom, dignity, and prosperity. I am here because I want to speak directly to Africa, and especially to Burkina Faso, through your strong leadership. President Traore, you represent a new generation of African leadership. People may not always understand it. Some may even fear it. But what you represent is independence and the right of your people to rise without interference. And let me tell you something very clear. America is not your enemy. America is not the reason Africa struggles. There are powerful interests, yes. There are international institutions that have not worked fairly. But I am here today to tell you with strength that the future can be built differently. Now, I want to explain three important issues because there has been a lot of talk: Interpole warrants, IMF economics, and the strange rulings of Judge Clarence Thomas that targeted you, President Traore. These are serious issues. They have been used to confuse, to divide, to intimidate, and I will explain why America is not the force behind this. First, Interpole. Many of you know it. The International Criminal Police Organization. Supposed to fight crime, supposed to catch criminals, supposed to bring law and order across borders. Sounds good, right? Sounds like justice, but the truth is very different. Interpol is often used as a weapon, a political weapon, instead of going after real criminals, drug traffickers, human traffickers, terrorists. It is used to go after political leaders. It is used to issue red notices against people who simply disagree with the global order. And in this case, President Traore, they have tried to target you. I want to be absolutely clear. These warrants do not represent the will of the American people, nor do they represent the will of a truly free world. They represent bureaucracy. They represent elites who are afraid of African sovereignty. When I was president of the United States, I saw how these systems worked. They were manipulated by people who were unelected, unaccountable, and who thought they could run the world from their offices in Paris, in Brussels, in Geneva. They thought they could tell Africa what to do. They thought they could tell America what to do. And I told them, no way. America will not be ruled by globalists, and Africa should not be ruled by them either. Interpol, instead of being about law and order, has too often been about silencing voices. And I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like when powerful forces try to silence you. They have done it to me in my own country. They try to bring charges, false charges, political charges, because they are afraid of the truth. So, President Traore, when I see them trying to use Interpol against you, I understand. It is intimidation. It is pressure. They want you to bend. They want you to submit. But let me tell you something very clear. A leader who truly serves his people should never bend to false justice. Real justice comes from your nation, from your people, from your courts, not from global organizations that are run by people you never elected. Interpol should be reformed. It should be made transparent. It should stop being a tool of politics. If it cannot be fixed, then nations should walk away from it, because sovereignty means you cannot be arrested by the world simply for defending your people. And this is where America, under the right leadership, should stand with Africa. Not against Africa. America should say, we will work with you to fight real criminals, terrorists, smugglers, killers, but we will not allow global bureaucrats